Can you believe this look is Natasha Denona? This look is NYX. I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. If you follow me, you know I've done quite a few videos on this one, probably because it has me flummoxed. It is beautiful. I'm the person who looks at something and say, oh, how beautiful, and then I get home and I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. And I think part of my problem with this one is it's quite dark. Yes, I can get a couple of day looks out of this, but this is some dark stuff. And the blues and greens are really hard for me. You also might remember I said I wanted to compare the NYX to the Metropolis, but I never got to it because, you know, between you and me, I was kind of over it. I think I did 5 videos on this, which is a lot. But last night I started thinking, let's take another look at this, and I was surprised that I found some similarities that are very close. Let me get this out of the way. I love Natasha Denona palettes. I own 4. 2 of them I go to all the time because they're matte and the shades aren't as deep. 2 of them, I'm not so sure. Well, one of them is this and the jury's out, and the other one's the Lila palette. And the truth is, maybe because of my life, maybe because of my eyes, those metallic shades and glittery shades and high shine shades, I can acknowledge their beauty, but they're not necessarily something I can pull off on a daily basis, which renders this a special occasion palette. Now, if you're tripping the life fantastic and you're going out 3 times a week, do it. But I'm not. And this is where this one comes in. This is 35. This is 130. I kind of look at it like calories. Do I want to spend my calories on a Coke when I can have a Diet Coke? Or do I want to take those 100 calories that I saved not having the Coke and spend it somewhere else? Same exact thing with eyeshadow palettes. Exactly. Will this do it? Because this isn't something I'm going to go to every day, and then I can spend that $100 on some palettes that I will use every day, or blush, or foundation, or lipstick, or whatever you want. I'm not here to answer that question. I'm here to give you the evidence. So if you want to see how I got this look and 3 more, keep watching. All right, let's get into some oranges. This side NYX, this side Natasha Denona. Should probably do my color story first. This is the NYX, this is the Natasha Denona. Not exactly the same, but close enough. Now the NYX that I'm using in this first color is a matte. The Denona is not, but it's not a metallic, so it'll be fine. Now I'm going to blend both eyes. And of course I'm already, transferring. When I put something up here, it transfers onto the lid. If I put something on the lid, it transfers up to the hood. That's just me. But the idea is we're talking about the colors of these 2 palettes. And can they put on the same look? And just wiping this brush off, going in with the same brush. That darker orange on the NYX is darker, it's reading darker right now anyway, than the Denona. But in my hands they read the same, so I'm going to go back into the Denona. It could be the brush. I think this is synthetic. Maybe it doesn't like synthetic. It's pretty. There's a little bit of shine on this. I guess you would call it a metallic. Yeah. Now this color is a little bit darker. I'm going to pull you in a little bit so you can see what's going on. I think blending is in order. My eyes are terribly uneven, so we're not looking at the evenness of the application, but of the colors and the overall effect. So the colors aren't exactly the same, but I really don't think they're too bad. I'm going to go in with some blending and I will be back. Interestingly enough, the NYX doesn't seem to need the blending as much as the Denona does, but that really could be about my eyes more than anything else. I'm almost out with my last Q-tip, my last smoochie. I brought this up a little too high. All right, I think these are very, very, very similar. So I'm going to call this a day, and I'm going to do a little bit of lining and a little bit of mascara and the rest of my face, and we will come back for that. All right, I did a little more blending and I did some inner corner highlight, and I did this one, which is really a beautiful color, and I thought it really wouldn't be the same as this one here. Boop, 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 boop. But they're not bad at all. I'm going to pull out so you can get the overall look, but I think really these are very, very similar. The finishes are pretty similar, the colors are pretty similar. I think the overall look is pretty spot on. I'm going to pull out. All right, so this is the orange look. As you can see, the colors aren't exactly the same, but they're not too far off, and I think the look might not be exactly the same, but not too far off. Denona, NYX. This eye is more hooded, I think, than this eye, and has a fat pad in it so it protrudes, so it looks lighter, as if pigment isn't there, and then on the other side of the fat pad it looks darker, but that's just semantics. I think this is pretty solid, but let me know what you think. Going in with the khaki-ish color, olive color, from the Natasha Denona, and I'm just going to probably kick that off a little. I'm just going to use this as all over the lid. Okay, now the Square Bite palette doesn't actually have a color that's exactly the same. Their green is far more chartreuse. So I'm going to mix the green with the color right below it. Just going to wipe off that brush, and let's see how this works out. Now that darker green is a satin, so they won't look the same. And then I'm going to take that lighter green, the chartreuse kind of green, and do that up here. So that's interesting. When I mix these two colors, it looks far more khaki and less chartreuse, and now this olive one is looking a little bit more chartreuse. So I'm just going to, again, I'm wiping off the brush and go back into the chartreuse color and just do a wash over that. All right, I'm going to go into this color. I'm using a very light hand because this is dark. It's not that I want a dark color here. It's just it's the only color that's kind of available to me. It's really pretty. It's also a little bit of a shimmer. Wiping off that brush. I'm sorry I'm so low energy today, but I'm thinking, you know, maybe some people don't think it's low energy, they think it's relaxing. I do follow a person who's really calm like that. And I almost never turn off her videos. You know what I mean? Where there's other people, it's like, okay, I can't. Stop talking. So, worst case scenario, if this bothers you too much, you can mark this video and come back to it on an evening when you can't fall asleep. And I will put you in that special sleepy time place. Now these two colors are very different. I was hoping that this darker color here would do it, so I'm going to try this color. I think I made a mistake. These greens just are not as similar to each other as the oranges were, so I really kind of have to mess around a little bit. What I did was this green, and then I went in for here, but it was just a little too dark where this one has some gold in it, so then I tried this on top of it. And this one I'm kind of going to leave alone. I'm just going to blend. It is definitely more, it reads more dark on this one. Okay. I'm not super thrilled with this look. I do like this side better. I'm going to go back in with, I'm going to go in with this kind of chartreusey color and hopefully, aha. Now, okay, don't take it too far. They're starting to look a little bit more alike. I'm going to get a very big blender brush and just go ham. It's big. It's a big look. It's a big look. I'm going to take a Q-tip. This is actually not a Q-tip, but a Muji. Suddenly, they're looking a lot more the same. I just did this shade here, which is that beautiful sparkle color. This is really not about the look, it's about how similar are these, and can you get similar looks? And I think the answer is yes. The blend is your friend. I'm going to take this big brush and do it once more. I do feel like this side has more yellow to it, but I think they're pretty comparable. Yeah, Denona, NYX, you get the deal. This is not a tutorial on how to do a stunning eye. Okay, let's just get that straight. This is just, can I get similar looks? This was a little harder to finesse because the undertones are a little bit different in these greens. And the NYX looks a little bit more chartreuse, but once I put everything together, I think I got a little more khaki, and somehow this eye came out a little more chartreuse, and I'm not sure how that happened. So color for color, no. It's not like the oranges, which were really, really, really close. But for mood, for feeling, I think, yes. I think, honestly, if I was sitting 3 feet away from somebody, they wouldn't say, are you wearing 2 different eyeshadows on each of your eye? You know what I mean? I don't think most people are going to notice. So there we have the NYX. This is the Denona. And this color, I think, actually is not too bad with that one, which, to look at it in the pan, you wouldn't think so. That is this dark, dark, dark color. So, you know, had I done it that way, I think I probably would have gotten a little bit closer. But I think I did fine. I'm not going to beat myself up. That's it for the green look, and blues next. Alright, you guys, today we're going to do finally the blues. I'm terrified. I just am. Let's pull some colors so I can show you the story we're going with. I am going to be pulling this, 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 and this. So this is the story from Natasha, Denona. And from here, I'm going to be pulling this one, this one, this one, and I think this one. So here are the NYX colors. This one is the dark blue one, obviously. It looks like it would fit one of these, but it doesn't once it's swatched. Okay. So these two, yeah, not so bad. I didn't get a good swatch on that one. I'm going to go in with the darkest color first, and I guess I'm just going to... Okay, it's not so bad. I am going to use this where, following the eyeball. And this is the darkest blue in the NYX palette. So instead of going for the full saturation, I want to see what we can do with a sheerness, or shearing these out. We'll fix that later. I'm going to wipe this brush off. I'm using the same brush because these are quite powdery, the NYX, and I feel very certain that I'm getting the brush clean. So now I'm going into Enigma on this eye from the Denona palette. I would say that these two colors on the lid are very, very, very close. Excuse the watering of my eye. It's probably weather related. No, I'm crying because I'm so afraid of this. No, it's the weather. It's not the shadows. I'm going to go back in with the NYX. Right here. And I'm just going to put this color on the entire lid. It's very pretty. I'm going in with Symbol. Maybe I'll just go in with my finger. Well, the green in the NYX is much more vibrant than on this one. On the hands, I felt that they matched okay. Not perfectly. That's these two right here. But it is what it is. Now I'm going in with this color in the NYX on the outer edge. I don't know what I'm doing, because working with dark colors like this is not my wheelhouse. That's a lot. Obviously, I cannot get a date look out of these colors. It's not gonna happen. And now I'm going in with Royal. All right, look with the eyes open, with the eyes closed. I know it's a mess. I kind of lay everything out and then I go in and finesse. So, this chartreuse with this khaki. And here's the green from the Denona, which is called Lethal. Because this is a satin and this is a matte, that kind of gives a different look, but I'd say the color tones are pretty similar. And now I'm just going to go in with a little gold. There's only one gold in here, so let's put them head to head. Kind of put it head to head and see what happens. And this one. It's so cloudy. Okay. Let's get a little... Obviously this gold is more rich. Let's go back with this gold and give it a fighting chance. I feel that I was able to achieve similar look. This is the NYX, this is the Denona. I feel also that I really need to buff. I'm just going to go in and cheat a little bit. The looks are different undeniably because primarily this green is a matte and this green is not. And of course the tones are a little bit different. I'm back. I have finessed a little bit and I went back in with this chartreuse color right over here because it's matte and the khaki color that I blended it with wasn't. So I was just trying to make them look a little bit better. Cleaned up under the eyes, did the lining with the green on this and the green on this, and honestly I think these looks look very, very similar. When the eyes are closed, you can see differences, but so it's really up to you. Would you use this frequently enough, these dark colors, to warrant having it? I'm just putting it out there and you can decide. You decide, actually. What do you think? I know what I think. I know what I think. And you've seen the evidence. You decide which one you think you want to do. I hope you enjoyed this head-to-head, this mano-a-mano, this throwing in the gauntlet. I don't know what the sayings are, but you know what I'm saying, right? Throwdown. That's what I was looking for. Boom. You tell me, and you make a decision. Hope I helped you. I hope you come back again, and in the meantime, I'm wishing you a great day.